Hello guys, today we are going to see this topic of resources. It is maximum and minimum of an array using minimum number of comparison. It says that write a C function to return minimum and maximum in an array. Your program should make minimum number of comparisons. I will be solving this in my NetBeans. So we have to know how do you return multiple values from a C function. So to return multiple values from a C function, we have to create, well, in C function you can create a structure or unit, but in Java you can create class also, and that's what I am going to do. So let's code this. So first I will create a class for max min. This is my class. Then it will have two numbers, int max and int min. So these two are my variables, and now I'll put getters and setters. So void, okay, let me just put getters. So get max, so we will be getting max, so I'll return here max, and then I have to put these, yeah. So I'll return max, else int get min, so this will give back me return min. I think this will work. Now let's create a main method. So public static void main string args. Okay, now inside this we are going to take an array, and we have to create another method which will return me a max min object. Max min compare, this will take an integer array, int array, and will return a max min object. So that we will see, but first let's create an array here. So int a is equals to new int of, let's say, 5. So 5 numbers we will have, so I'll take the input for that. Int I equals 0, I is less than 5, I plus plus, and then a of I. So I have to import the scanner, so I'll import java dot util dot all, and then I'll create a scanner object here. Scanner se is equals to new scanner system.n, and then I'll take the input of integer here, so sc dot next int. Yeah, so I have taken all the 5 inputs, and now I'll give it to compare. So compare of a, and we have to store it in a max min object. So max min obj is equals to this. So showing me an error, non-static. Okay, so I have to create it as a static method also, static max min. Yeah, now I'll create a max min object here also, max min obj, and then we should reference, first we should fix the value of maximum and minimum. So what I'm going to do is I'm simply going to do is obj. Okay, first let me write the return statement, because that is showing me an error. So return obj. So okay, obj is not initialized, so I have to write new max min. So I think this will do. Okay, so I have to do obj dot max is equals to a of 0. So this is my max, and obj dot min is equals to a of 1. Right, so these two I have. Let's make it 0 also. So we have both initialized to 0, so it will be pointing to the first number. Now I'll move through the okay. Let me create the length here. So int len is equals to a dot length here. So len minus minus, as long as len can be greater than 0. Show me an error. Incompatible type int cannot be converted. Okay, so int is greater than equals to 0. So we are going backwards and we will be checking if max is less than a of I. So if max is less than a of I, so we know that new max we have found a of len, sorry, len. So and obj max. Okay, obj dot max is less than this, then we can change obj dot max equals to a of len. This will be our new and the other will be obj dot min is greater than a of len, and simply we have to change it to obj dot min equals to a of len, and we can return the object, and then finally we will be printing here also. So what I'll do is this out, and then I can write max plus obj dot max and slash t min is obj dot min. So I think this will do. I'll just put some other labels here. So enter array, and then we can get the max and minimum. So I think they should work. Let's run this code. So far it's not showing me an error, it is ready to take input. So let's give some input here. So I give let's say 6, 9, 3, 14 and 17. So the minimum is 3 and the maximum is 17. Let's see if it works. Okay, so it gave me array index out of bound, and it is due to which line? Let's see, it is due to line 30. So line 30. Okay, so the length goes from, okay, so we cannot do this because length less than 1 is the maximum length of the array, so this should work. Let's run this file again, and now we will give input. So 6, 4, 3, 15 and 17. So we have maximum as 17 and minimum as 3. So the code is working. Let's give a number which is already greater than any even number, so 19, and then we'll give 7, 8, 11 and 3. Let's see if it works. Okay, so it works. Max remains as 19 and min becomes 3. Let's do it opposite. Let's give the least number first. So let's give 4 first, and then 7, 11, 13 and 2. So we have max as 13 and min as 2. So this code is working fine. So I forgot to use these two. So let's just use that instead of max and min. So obj dot get max, this will do the same thing. It will just return me the same numbers, but just for the sake of this tutorial I'll use them. And if I run this again, and if I give, let's say, 14, 16, 12, 13 and 11, so we get 16 and 11 as maximum and minimum. So it's working fine. So this is the output.